The double-edged sword of smartphones in the age of grey hair. China's mainland as an illustration. It is now widely acknowledged that population aging is a significant and growing issue for many developed nations worldwide, raising crucial questions about how to best meet the needs and opportunities of the significant numbers of older people who make up a much larger proportion of the population. Smart technologies and intelligent services are widely employed in China due to the country's rapid development of information technology, particularly the internet, big data, and artificial intelligence. In addition, the number of older people in China is increasing quickly. The 50th Statistical Report on China's Internet Development, published by CNNIC in 2022, states that there were 119 million Internet users in China over the age of 60 as of June 2022. As a result, smartphones are becoming more and more prevalent in older people's lives, necessitating an analysis of their impact. This study will thoroughly evaluate the role played by cell phones in the lives of older people and analyses the benefits and drawbacks using fieldwork, news, and the 50th Statistical Report on China's Internet Development in 2022. Smartphones give older people a place to age well or successively, promote intergenerational interaction, enable them access information to lessen loneliness, and help them keep a sense of direction in their lives after retirement. There are 5 main reasons why older people use smartphones, according to the 2021 report on smartphone use by older people in China: communicating and socializing on phones and WeChat, getting news and weather updates, taking photos and beautifying photos, shopping online and watching short videos and TV shows. Participants John and Mang in this field study rarely use their smartphones, checking them no more than 3 times each day and viewing them for an average of 25 minutes per day, primarily to watch the news and communicate with their children. When John felt ill in the middle of the night, but was unable to travel to the hospital on his own, or when he got lost owing to the memory loss, he felt more secure using her smartphone. He also uses his mobile phone for healthy monitoring. It is clear that smartphones offer protection for elderly persons in their old age because he was occasionally able to contact and receive assistance from his children through his cell phone. Nan, on the other hand, enjoys video calls to check in on her granddaughters who study in the UK and claims that smartphones have reduced her feelings of loneliness and longing for her. This example demonstrates the beneficial effects of smartphones in promoting intergenerational communication and closer parent-children relationships. Nan also occasionally watches brief videos on her smartphone, including cooking tutorials and live streaming of other senior citizens in the golden years. She claims that watching brief videos has taught her how to prepare nutritious Italian vegetable soups, which she says has allowed her to realize a childhood desire of learning how to prepare Italian food. This indicates that smartphones have the potential to improve the lives of older people as they age by allowing them to continue learning, enabling to enjoy growing their habits and objectives, and enabling them to embrace the possibilities in their lives. Because they have access to more recent information thanks to their cell phones, older adults who are adept at using smartphones are also younger and more stylish. Some older people, on a subjective level, are unable to keep up with the times, unwilling to take the initiative to learn how to use smartphones, and even give themselves the psychological implication that older people do not need to push themselves anymore. To prevent adding to their problems, they don't want to learn how to use their cell phones. Some elderly individuals rely too heavily on their children and caregivers because they think they can manage their smartphones on their behalf. Older people Zan and Meng also stated that they would bring their kids with them when necessary, such as when visiting the hospital for medical appointments. Objectively speaking, some older people's deteriorating bodies prevent them from using smartphones on their own. For instance, older adults cannot use cell phones effectively despite their willingness to do so, due to the limitations in their eyesight, memory, and finger dexterity. The science and technology behind smartphones, however, are not available to elderly people. For instance, John stated in an interview that he suffers from both cataracts and encephalopathy, 2 incurable diseases, making it impossible for him to read the words on his phone screen, even if he's using a large, simple phone that is appropriate for his age. Jan also claimed that encephalopathy has caused him to lose his good memory. As he stated, "Sometimes I can't even remember my children's names." Meng, who has a severe case of Parkinson's disease and has pathologically trembling hands, claimed that although her son had created a straightforward instruction for her to use her phone, it was still difficult for her to control them while using it. Meng claims she enjoys using her phone but is unable to master new skills. It is challenging for her to get the opportunity to learn how to use her smartphone because her daughter lives in a different city than she does and she rarely has social interaction at home. Smartphones can not only make some older people's daily lives more difficult, but they can also serve as a platform for telecom fraud schemes that target older people. On the other hand, telefraud gangs target senior citizens who utilize smartphones. On the other hand, unfounded rumors and incorrect information on the internet are also routinely disseminated on elderly people's smartphones. Meng, for instance, reported that if she had not had trouble using her phone due to the Parkinson's disease, the customer service representative on the phone would have likely encouraged her to transfer money. To purchase the product which she did not know was dependable and effective. When Meng opens a phone, her WeChat pals are swamped with a variety of unfounded health articles, such as one that claims eating garlic will cure cancer, In addition, an elderly Chinese man insisted on relying on garlic at home to treat IBS instead of going to the hospital to see a doctor, because he blindly believed in health articles in his WeChat circle of friends. He believed that garlic could cure IBS. As a result, he missed the ideal window of treatment and eventually acquired early gastric cancer. Once more, smartphone-based telecom fraud is widespread. When her granddaughter was really in school at the time, the caller claimed to be from the British Embassy and informed her that her granddaughter, who was sitting there, had been in a vehicle accident and required emergency financial assistance for her surgery. Even more astonishing is the fact that some elderly people are being forced to live broadcast money late at night on the TikTok platform by their children or unscrupulous individuals. However, do the elderly people engage in live streaming freely, and how much of the revenue generated by live streaming is distributed to the elderly? It is true that the elderly can earn pensions for themselves through live streaming. To sum up, although smartphones as a technological medium are not inherently biased, they nonetheless have the potential to impede and impair elderly people's lives. In conclusion, smartphones function in the life of elderly people as a sophisticated double-edged blade. Smartphones give older people a place to age well or successfully, promote intergenerational interaction, enable them access information to lessen loneliness, and help them keep a sense of direction in their lives after retirement. Smartphones, however, can also restrict certain senior day-to-day activities and even serve as a platform for telecom fraud schemes that target seniors. Future studies will need to focus on ways to assist the seniors in minimizing the negative consequences of smartphones while maximizing their beneficial impact on their life.